I wanted to take a moment to show you how to access the many learning resources that are available to our intermediate campus students. Now, guides on how to access all these resources, including your students' usernames and passwords, can be found on the student login doc that was shared to them by your student's teacher. The first resource you'll notice is ClassLink. ClassLink is a dashboard that makes it easier to access your students' textbooks and other supplemental resources on a daily basis. Now, if you're on a Chromebook and you've logged into your student's Google account, this is the first page that will pop up. Now, to get in, you just click Sign in with Google. If you're on a shared device and there's multiple Google accounts, you'll have to choose your students from a list, but if not, it will log them directly in. Now, if you're not on a Chromebook and this does not pop up as your homepage, you can access it at launchpad.classlink.com/SunnyvaleISD. Now, there are many things on this dashboard. Some that are used on a regular basis that I'll show you. Others are just supplemental activities and resources we wanted your students to know are available. So for example, there's a program called Scratch. Scratch is a web-based program for drag and drop block coding where students can code games, animations, and complete other activities. So we wanted them to know these things are available, but they may not necessarily be required by your student's teacher to be used on a daily basis. Now for ELA or English, your student's textbook is this Ed icon with a smiley face and is labeled English textbook. To access that book, you just click the link, choose your student's Google account from a list, and they will be logged into their textbook. So that's for English and ELA. Now from there, as with all of these, there will be specific instructions from your student's teacher about the activity complete, how to access it, and how to navigate those pages. The student science book is actually Discovery Education. So for science, if they're supposed to go to their science book, they click the Discovery Education link. Now, if there are multiple Google accounts signed in, they may have to choose which one to utilize and they'll click their student school Google account. But if not, they'll be logged in automatically and be able to see their assignments and to access their science textbook. Now for math, it's actually this Think Central Student icon over here. It says Math Textbook, and it works similar to the English book. You click it, they will be logged in, and then they will have access to all of their materials. You can see that I have multiple Google accounts here, so I'm going to click that link, choose it, and now I'm into my math textbook, and then I can access from the My Library page and go to my textbook. Okay, so that's math, science, ELA. Social studies is this Studies Weekly that they can click. Now, they will be provided a username and a password that is on that student login sheet. There also is Studies Weekly has paper-based things that are sent home as well, almost like in a magazine format that you may see from there. But that Studies Weekly, that is actually our social studies resource. And again, login information is on that login doc, and also you'll receive information from your teachers. So that's science, math, social studies, and ELA. There is a supplemental resource we also use for math and reading instruction. That is Education Galaxy. Now when your student clicks this the first time, they'll get a similar username and password screen as when I clicked on Studies Weekly. But once they've inputted that one time, it will save it and will actually log them in automatically. And it will put them through. And from there, they can begin utilizing and completing different activities of the day that have been communicated to them by their teacher. So that's Education Galaxy, and that is what that is for. Again, there may be other things that are utilized by their teacher. There's other things that are just there. You can see we've got easy access links for the different Google tools we use, like Google Classroom, Gmail, and Google Drive, to make that simplified for you and your student as well. We hope this is very helpful to you, and we hope that you enjoy your learning.